Hey everyone, it's July 24, 2021. I'm flying solo today. I'm at a trail I'm gonna walk. Me and Sarah have been here before. Yeah, I was gonna go to the state park at the dunes, but there was literally a line that was a mile long. I'm not even exaggerating. So I'm not doing that. So I'm just gonna go here. There's not a lot of geology here per se. I mean, it's all glacial stuff, sand dune stuff like that, but there is some geomorph here. And depending on how far I decide to go, I'll show you some of it. But there's always something to see. So let's get started. The town of Dune Acres is over there. It's a private community, I think. I don't even know. I just know you can't go there. As usual, any corrections or additions will appear on screen. There's the road. The trail's Cowles Bog. And right here is the placard marker for the registered national landmark. Right here near the beginning of the trail. It goes that way. It's a decent walk. Hopefully I'll be able to get you all the way to the dunes, sand dunes. I remember this bridge behind me. I'm going to try to get a GPS from there because I know you can see it on Google Earth. So I finally have a GPS again. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, there's the bridge. Now this one's a little different than I'm swearing off Michelin's because of what happened with the other one. So let's see here. Let's get on the bridge here, and I think I have to mark a waypoint to actually see a coordinate. So let's get to right about the halfway point where it turns. Okay. It's in the menu. You hit it. Nope. Hit it. There's the GPS of where I'm standing. Let's see how accurate that is when I get back. Those are some pretty flowers. It's hot and humid right now, but it's not that bad when you're in the trees. There was a nice breeze, but it seems to be gone for right now. You can start to see some sand dunes here. That's what these massive hills are. They're just dunes of sand. Trail's pretty much sand as well. The low-lying swampy area is down there. Some vines. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Yes, that is a train. Because even though we have national and state parks here, it was industrialized long before that. And a lot of that industry is still here. And so are the tracks that accompany it. All right, this is where it banks north, when we're going to pass a bog before we get to Lake Michigan. Well, let's go uphill a little bit. And as you can see, it's sand. This is all wind-blown aeolian sands associated with the Quaternary glaciers, specifically the Wisconsin episode that ended here, maybe 11,000, 10,000 years ago, somewhere in there. There's the bog. We'll actually get closer to it. And over on this side are modest dunes with trees in them that are probably close to my age. So we're looking at less than 50 years. I'm not 50, but I'm close. Look at this guy. I don't even know what kind of butterfly he is. It's pretty though. Remember I said this is protected, but industry is still throughout the area. I don't know if you can see it there. There's a stack right there. Here's a good shot of the bog. You can see it's a little dry right now, a little low. It's probably still very mucky down there. You wouldn't want to walk down there. But you see how the sky is kind of whitish. It is sunny out, so I'm going to move out of the wind so you don't have to hear it. That is because of the wildfires in Canada and out west. It's a lot clearer today than it was a few days ago when it was so bad that you'd be out in a sunny day and the sky was just white. You'd think it was cloudy, but there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Right here we have a barrier dune. That's the main bog there. To the right you see another lowland bog area. This dune would have been blown by the winds. You can hear them now. And emplaced to divide these two bogs from one another. Now what probably likely happened is that as the winds came from the northwest, or whichever way that is, I think at this point it's probably that way, it would have blown the sands through here, and this bog was probably already here, the main one. So that kind of stopped it, if you will. The winds would have rolled over, changed direction when they hit the open ground. This probably wasn't open. This was probably this dune migrating, and it moved out and created a low area. And dunes do migrate and things as such. Okay, there's the main bog to the south, essentially. There's the sun. So that's the long main bog. There's the interbog dune. And here's the bog in between the two dunes. That's where it just came up. I just took a GPS with my phone, but I want to do this here before my phone loses signal. And here is my new GPS's coordinates of this area. And I'll check them on Google Earth. I think I can find this spot. Shouldn't be too hard. Going up another dune, and you can tell the dune sands from the beach sands, at least in Lake Michigan area. It doesn't really apply like Lake Superior and Huron, because I don't know if you can see it glittering a little bit. That's a quartz in it, it's not mica. The sand tends to be more quartz rich than the beach sand, because the beach sand is largely transported by water, so it can move things like broken down rocks. But the wind likes to blow lighter, finer stuff, so heavier minerals tend to get left behind. Quartz, although extremely resilient and pretty much only susceptible to mechanical weathering on Earth, at least on the surface, is pretty light for a lot of rocks, and its density isn't as great. It's about 2.65 grams per centimeter cubed, as were a lot of the beach lithics were derived from up north, where you have things like basalts, banded iron formations, metamorphic rocks, and stuff like that tend to be a little heavier. Feldspars will get blown up too a little bit because they're about the same average density, but at this point, this far from source areas, there are no feldspar source areas on this side of Lake Michigan. They're in trace amounts, but quartz is abundant. That stuff's everywhere. There's a lot of Phanerozoic sands that served as a source of this, like the St. Peter sandstone, which is Ordovician, and then the lower Cambrian sandstones. As you can see, sands look a little darker here. It's not because of any lithological mineral change. It's because you have organics decaying and growing in the sand, developing topsoils. I need to rest here for a bit, but you can see the beach. Need some water. Somebody's pupper. Get back up here. Take you down to the beach. I do have my camcorder with me. Try to get shots of Chicago if you can see it. Like I said, the smoke in the atmosphere is pretty bad right now. I'll take you down here. Oh, downhill, my favorite. There, see it? Boats, people. And there you can see the stacks. Which way should I go? Go left. Always go left. Yeah, the sky's clearing up. We've gone that way before, Sarah and I, but I think I'm just going to go down to the beach today. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff out here. But I'm probably going to switch to my camcorder, as it has real zoom on it. Hopefully I won't get sand in it. Okay, switching to the actual camcorder, which is better at this anyway. There we go. Here we are at the beach. I'm not here to show you that. I'm here to pan around and show you the industry that's still here. There's some breaker walls, and there's non-recreational vessels out there. It's not like Lake Superior where you have iron barges and things like that. It's usually mostly moving the stuff you see in the piles there and trash. And here's the dunes I just walked across. Now remember, they are dominantly shaped by wind, originally were. Now it's wind and vegetation and people walking. And down here, the beach is mostly influenced, other than by people, by first water, then ice actually, because the winters here are pretty brutal times, and that can do a lot to the landscape, and then a little bit of wind. Because as you can see down here along the beach, you don't have massive trees. You get an occasional tree, but not like you do up here. All right, I think I'm gonna turn around and go back. Well, I made it to the top of the dunes. From down there, it's a lake. One good thing about being fat is if you sit down and lay in the shade for a while, no one looks at you funny. That's one good thing about it. There are biting flies out, not as bad as they are in the UP this time of year, but they are out, and they seem to be mostly down by the beach. I'm up here now and there's none. Well, it's around solar noon, so I know that way where the sun is due south, or close to it. So I'm heading not east, that's east, but kind of east-southeast right now. That's how you can use the sun to navigate, at least limitedly, get a cardinal direction. But requirements for that are A, you have that sun, B, you have to know what time it is. Real quick about dunes. Hey buddy. Now, a lot of you might be saying or thinking, well Steve, if dunes are formed mainly by wind, why aren't they all shaped like parabolas or parabolic dunes? Well, for one thing, the wind direction isn't always consistent. It has a dominant trend, but it's not always exactly that direction. In this case, it's usually north-northwest. But even if it is coming from that way, once you have mature dunes like this, your wind caught up in between them, comes over, comes down, gets caught up, starts blowing up back the way it came or some other direction. So that tends to wreck that parabolic shape in an area like here. But look at these mushrooms, guys. Look at these. I have no idea what kind they are. I've seen them before, but yeah, they're pretty common around here. Bit of advice for anyone on this trail. You're gonna come up this way if you park in the parking lot by Dune Acres. You're gonna get to this sign. If you wanna go to the beach, that's not it. I understand the sign is confusing. It's that way is the beach. That way will take you to the Greenbelt parking lot. Come back to the bog. Oh, what a great breeze. I'm trying to get a monarch, and they've been pretty loose. I've seen them, I just can't get the camera in action. Of course, I like walk into this one. Hopefully he'll land so we can get a shot of him. There he goes. Right there. Okay, I'm up to the first sign. But if it's gonna get to be 94 degrees Fahrenheit, I need to move a little quicker to get back to the truck. Okay, so I'm getting there. Oh, there's the bridge. So there's a mosquito. So, home stretch. You can see a train sitting and waiting right there. There's a road, you see that white car. Train coming too. You can hear it rumbling. Wind's gonna drown it out. Oh, it feels good though. Ooh. Here it is. See that DNR hat. Hey everyone. Got back from the hike a few minutes ago. Air is blasting. Sorry, not sorry. It's hot. Man, I fell near the end there, right before the bridge, and I caught it all on video. It may be in the outtakes, I don't know. There's a lot of swearing going on. I thought it, because last time that happened to me with the turtle in Shades, for those of you that have seen that, I jostled the phone enough so it shut off. Didn't happen this time, so you hear it all. Like I said, so be warned, the outtakes may include colorful language. 2 hours and, how long, 20 minutes, something like that, somewhere in there. It shouldn't have taken me that long. It's, you know, when I came up the dunes, that really took a lot out of me. Getting there was perfect, not a problem. I think it was about a third of that time. Getting back, it was the other 2/3. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I hope you learned something. Ooh, I'm winded. Deal. There's a lizard. See him? I have no idea what kind he is. Here he goes. We have these in our yard. Oh man. Oh. I had to rest coming up that hill there. Ah, yes. Downward, wayward slope. Downward. Downward. More from the files of pareidolia. It's obviously a fossilized cub head of a bear that burrowed through the tree and tried to escape but couldn't and died there. Clearly that's what that is. I mean, it's obviously not a dead branch that, like, you know, fell off or anything. It's July 24th. Why is that tree turning? Okay, so I'm getting there. Oh, there's the bridge. There's a mosquito. So, home stretch. I just finished my water and all that. Son of a fucking bitch. Motherfucker. What the hell did I trip over? It's still fucking recording. God damn it. Ow.